Hello guys, it's J471 here, back again with another YouTube video. Today we're going to be discussing Black Ops 6 Zombies specifically. I did say in the previous video I was probably going to do a bit more of an in-depth as to why Zombies just isn't how it used to be. This is obviously subjective. Let me know your opinion in the comment section of what you think, but I think the majority of the Zombies community can agree that it's definitely not what it used to be. And so let's go through and see what, you know, how we can decipher what has happened to Zombies to this day. First, let's talk about, I think one of the main key things for me is the operators and just characters in general. I feel like they used to have obviously set characters for set maps that you would just load into the game and you would just get a random character. That character would have different dialogue, funny quotes, I don't know, it was just set a proper vibe for the story, for the ambience, for the feel of the game. Obviously they went down the route of operators, which we all know is money orientated, to get people to end up buying bundles and stuff, which obviously, you know, they want to make sure that even people that are playing Zombies are also buying bundles. So we kind of just went on a bit of a weird route, if you ask me, on operators and in removing characters. They did try to create obviously a bit more, you know, operators speaking and stuff, but it just doesn't hit the same. There's just something about the other characters and the way Nikolai used to make jokes, do you know what I mean? Like it really set the mood of the game. It's just not something you will like, you're not really something you think about until it's gone and you look back at the older CODs. But yeah, it's just something that I think is definitely took away from the Zombies experience. Okay, and let's talk about maps. Maps are very different. Now, I want to just get across a point that I feel like loads of people don't understand. Everyone likes to sit there and say, "Oh, it's just nostalgia. You like the old maps because of nostalgia." But I have to fully disagree. At first, I thought, "Oh, is it nostalgia?" But then when you actually look at the maps, you will literally notice that all the old maps, they used to have like a theme to them. For example, Origins, you'd be on, you know, in the battlefield in the war. Buried was this little underground village thing, you know, like literally buried. Mob of the Dead was in this whole prison. It was just such a vibe. And quite frankly, Black Ops 6 Zombies, the maps we've launched with, I'm not sure what Terminus is. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Maybe I've just not played it enough. I can't think. I don't know. It's just random, just a random map. And then obviously the other one, West Virginia, is based there. It just looks like a Warzone cutout, to be honest with you. Like there's just no feel to it. Like even town, just it had, even though it was just a town, it's the way they did it. You know, it was like really dark and gloomy. They even just pulled out an incredible map just by having a little town. It's just, you know, it's just not the same. They just feel like there's just zero passion in these new COD Zombies maps, and it has to go back. I don't think it will, but you know, it's wishful thinking at the end of the day. We can talk about it all we want. It probably won't go back that way, but we are just pointing out here why COD has gone the way it has. There's not much we can really do about it, especially when you've got bigger streamers and YouTubers hyping up the new COD Zombies just for the one reason that it gets them more revenue when people are clicking on their to watch their videos and stuff. That's what it's all about. Like they'll go back to complaining again in a couple of months when the Zombies dies off. Realistically, this whole praising up the maps when they drop has got to stop. I feel like that's one of the biggest problems in the industry at the moment. Another thing that I feel like is the reason COD Zombies has lost its like vibe is sounds and ambience. Right now, honestly, for this one, maybe I'll try to find a clip and insert here. If I don't, just please go ahead and back, try out the new Zombies. Right, play it for an hour, then just go back and play another Zombies and tell me that the ambience, the sounds, the feel of the game is up to par. And that can be any of the old Zombies, even Black Ops 4, anything Black Ops 4 and before. Just listen to the sounds. Everything just sounds so much more like it feels like it's an effort put into it. I don't know, these days it just feels like everything's some cheap knockoff piece of trash. I don't know how to explain it properly. Maybe someone can really say what I kind of mean in the comments. I'm not the best at explaining stuff, so I don't know why I'm even doing YouTube, but I'm going to try it anyway. But you know, it's just the sounds, just there's something off about them. They just don't sound as good, as scary as I used to get. I remember playing Kino de Toten when I was younger. I used to get scared of playing that game, man, mainly because of the sounds, the zombies screaming at me and stuff. I just feel like now it's not scary at all, and isn't that what Zombies was based upon? It just feels like really arcadey now. But yeah, that's another thing. Okay, another reason, I think this reason is a very valid reason, and that is simply because the DLC is free. The DLC is free. What they've done is, back in the day we used to buy the DLC packs, right, or the season pass, and because of that, effort was put into these DLCs, because you know they had to try and sell them to make more money. Obviously these days everyone's buying battle passes and stuff and bundles, which is why they're getting the money now, but these used to be incredible. These packs, man, Black Ops 2 Vengeance, dude, these actual packs was, I remember having a paper round and I was working my ass off just to afford one of the map packs at the end of the week, and I would grow my collection, and it was so fun. Like it felt like I've just brought this amazing piece. Do you know what I mean? And then because now they got rid of that, and now we get everything for free. I say free, it's not really, you know, it's not really free when the content's so crap. I mean, if you think about it, like everything we get now is half-arsed, and it's probably generally down to the fact that once they've made their sales and sold the COD, they're already working on next COD already anyway. So you know, it's just about how we can get a bit of money out of us for the time being. I know they bring out some maps and stuff, but again, these maps are just not up to par as to what Zombies used to be back when you had to pay for the DLC. I mean, quite frankly, that's probably because a lot of people to this day probably wouldn't buy any DLC season pass crap with the content that we get now. I know I wouldn't, so maybe that's got something to do with it as well. But all in all, I feel like, I know it wasn't that in depth, but I've just broken down each of the reasons that I feel like Call of Duty Zombies isn't Call of Duty Zombies anymore. Again, this is all subjective. Nostalgia plays a bit of part on it, but when we break it down and look at these aspects, I think it's safe to say it's not just nostalgia, but you know, this is also just the way the business has gone these days. Businesses, they all do it, companies do it. You should see the box of celebrations that you can buy and the counter in Tesco. They've changed the bro, they're so thin now, I don't even know how to even put many chocolates in there, do you know what I mean? But the price remains the same, if not higher. It's the way businesses go. They juice you out, man. They sit there and try and get as much out of you with doing the least amount of work. Now, if anyone's got like a disapproval of that, I'd have to say you're wrong, and I think like it's an obvious fact. If you do like the new Zombies, great, I'm happy for you. I wish I could. I just maybe I'll get into it, maybe not, I don't know. I want to play it. I do want to get into Zombies, but we'll see what happens. And you'll see on the channel if there's any videos about Zombies, but I do plan on doing some Call of Duty Black Ops 6 multiplayer, weapon classes, tips, tricks, and everything like that. So guys, if you do want to subscribe, please do, and like if you can. Comment your opinion, doesn't have to agree with me, that's not a problem at all. And I'll see you guys in the next video.